Well, hey, babe. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a review. Okay, welcome back to the channel for a review on the Ultimatum. Okay, for those of you guys that's not watching the Ultimatum, you might want to go ahead and get into it, girl. It's over there on Netflix, and I must say it's really, really entertaining for me. Okay, I'm only 3 episodes in, so I am about to do a review on episode 1 and 2, and I'll be back for 3, 4, all that other stuff, girl. Okay, so we got to talk about it. So basically, what the Ultimatum is about is couples. Okay, you got about maybe 6 couples or so, maybe four. I can't remember. I think it's like 8 people. Let me see. It's about 6 couples. Okay, so it's about 6 couples that come together, and basically one of the people in the relationship is giving somebody an ultimatum. They're ready to move forward in the relationship in hopes of getting engaged. Okay, so what they're doing is they're doing a process where they come together. First of all, shout out to Nick Lachey and his wife Vanessa. They also are a part of Love is Blind. So now they're doing this other spin, which is the ultimatum, where these couples come together. Somebody is giving the other an ultimatum. They're going to allow everybody to mix and mingle with the different couples. Okay. And from there, they're going to decide if they found somebody there to be in a relationship with, like a new person, or if they feel like the person that they're with is good enough and they're going to be able to, go back and actually put a ring on it, right? And I hope that all makes sense. Okay, so like I said, they will be single for about a week. So you come there with your partner, but you're going to break up in so many words, and you're going to be single for about a week. You're going to choose a new partner, and with this new partner, meaning you're going to choose somebody else man, somebody else woman, you're going to come together. You're going to live with each other for about 3 weeks. Once that process is over, after 3 weeks, you're going to turn around and go and do the entire process all over again with the person that you came there with. All right. So with your boo, you're going to do it with the person you came there with for about 3 weeks. And you're going to make a decision from there. Okay. And you're going to actually be living together as though you're a married couple. And then once it's all said and done, you're going to make the final decision on whether or not you actually want to move forward and be engaged to this person, or whether you want to choose somebody else that you was over here coupled up with at 3 weeks prior, girl. Okay, so it's gonna be a whole mess. So we gotta go ahead and talk about it. So the first couple we have here is Miss Alexis and Hunter. Okay, they've been dating for about 2 years, and she has decided that she is going to give him the ultimatum. Even though she kind of mentioned at a later time how long it took her to actually come around to being with him, and now that she's done that, like, you know what I'm saying, she ready to move forward. Like, she wants to be with her man. And we just gonna see how that's gonna work out for Miss Girl. I don't have a whole lot of notes regarding Hunter and Alexis, so there's that. I feel like I have more notes about other couples, so we're gonna go ahead and get into these other couples. Okay, next up we have Madeline and Colby. I can't stand Madeline. I'm 3 episodes in. I do not care for Madeline. We're gonna see what else Madeline is going to be giving throughout the season, but I do not like how she be trying to play out my boy Colby. Colby's fine. Period. I don't care what nobody's talking about. Colby is fine, baby. All right, girl, Colby look good. Anyway, so they met each other at a bar. I guess they was in school or somewhere. At least she was in school. Met each other at a bar. They've been dating for about a year and a half now. Now, one thing about Colby, he's a very touchy-feely guy. Very touchy-feely, whereas she's not so touchy-feely as he is, okay? He's ready for marriage. She's not ready for marriage. But that's the reason why they're here. He brought her here for an ultimatum because he wants something that she don't want. Right? She said she's not ready to be locked down to one guy forever, and she thinks she could be with somebody else. Okay, she thinks that there could be somebody else out there that could really make her happy. All right, much more happier than what she is, and she actually wants to explore that. Whole time she talking, I'm like, girl, Colby is fine. Like, okay, so Colby tells her that he wants her to get the full experience, okay, of this entire process, and says that he doesn't want her to feel like she needs to hold herself back. And I said, Colby, do you know who you talking to? Do you know who you talking to? This girl is not trying to hold herself back at all. If anything, she's trying to bust it wide open. Then I tell them bring it back, but bust it wide open. That's what she's trying to do in this process. But okay. Meanwhile, Madeline got her eyes on Mr. Randall, and we're gonna get to Randall. I think Randall is next, girl. She got her eyes on Mr. Randall, and I feel like the reason she got her eyes on Randall is because she just want to smash. Okay. Shout out to Randall because he's an Omega. Shout out to him. Shout out to Greek sister Miss Shanique. She's an AKA. But anyway, girl, They cute. You know what I'm saying? They real cute. Randall is very cute. Okay. She is the one that decided to issue him an ultimatum, right? I think they could have been together since college. And I think they're new grads or something like that out of college. And she really wants to have a family. She really wants to have kids and all of that. She got this picture perfect life and everything envisioned. She sees it all of what it is that she wants. Okay. And she wants him to be that man for her, right? But he tells her, well, where I'm at right now is that I want to get rid of debt. Okay. I want to get rid of debt. I want to wait and stuff. And I just thought it was interesting that he talked about that, using money as an excuse as to why he didn't want to get proposed to her, because I was already thinking before he said it at a later time. I said a lot of times guys use that as an excuse. Oh, I want to make sure my money right. I want to make sure this right. I want to da 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 da. And what they do with that, they get women to kind of like go along. Right, they get them to go along, and then once they get to that place, they move the goalpost to another part, and then she just continues to go along, move the goalpost, and she just continues. Then you look up, and it's about 4 years later, and then what have we accomplished? Okay, wasted my time. All right, so there's that. Okay, and I appreciate him coming to terms with that at a later time. But this is Shanique and Randall, and I cannot recall how long they've been together. I know they've been together since college, so maybe it's been like 2 years or so. I feel like they're new graduates. But yeah, so there's that. Let's go ahead and get into the next couple. Ray and Zay. Girl, if Ray is let me tell y'all about Ray, girl. Okay. So both of them, Ray and Zay, have been together for 2.5 years. She is the one that's giving him the ultimatum because she's ready to move forward in a relationship. She feels like she got everything that she wants, the career, all this other stuff, know what she wants, and she wants him. Okay, she says she's ready to move forward because they've been dating since college. So I think they also have been dating since college or something like that, girl. Anyway, she says that she cooks and cleans, and she this is when they asked her, do you think that he's going to find somebody else here? She says no, and they like, why? She said, because I know how to cook, I know how to clean, and I know how to fuck. Yes, ma'am, that's what I said. If you see in a king, that's what she said, and he won't find nobody else like that. Just because you know how to ride his pen, you don't think nobody else know how to do it, or that they can't learn? Girl, cut it out. Cut it out. And when she said that statement out her mouth, that just lets me know enough about Ray. It just lets me know a good bit about Ray. But anyway, so he really wants to be with her, but he really not ready. Okay, he's not ready to take the next step because although she's already graduated college, he hasn't. He hasn't graduated college yet. So the producers decided that they was going to ask Ray, so tell us, what is it that you love about him? What is it that you love about Zach? Tell us why you love him and why you think that he's somebody that you would want to marry. Let me tell y'all, I said right out my mouth in all caps, it's the D, period. It's the D-I-C and a K. That's what it is. She asked them, first of all, she sat there because she ain't had no answer. Then she asked them if they could skip the question and come back, or is that the last question that they have? And I said, that's sad. You really like how he makes you feel in the bedroom. That's what that really is about, girl. Girl, I don't know what this young lady wants. She just like to hump and go by her being the girl. I don't know what Miss Girl wants. Anyway, so Zay, we see them talking at a later time. He's stressed, okay? He's stressed with knowing. He says that Zay is stressed with her not knowing how to express herself when it comes to him, okay? And I said, of course, because she only knows how to fuck you. She doesn't know how to do anything else. So you stand up there asking her, how you feel about me? Tell me this, tell me that, da, 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 da. She can't give you no answers aside from showing you physically. She just wants to hump on you and she just wants to be married and da, 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 whatever. You know what I'm saying? So she says that I can show you better than I can tell you. And I said, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. He just asked you to express yourself to him and tell him, you know, how you feeling or whatever, how you feel about him. You can't answer that. You can only say, I can show you better than I can tell you. Then you proceed to get up from your side of the table, walk around and start kissing on this man. And I said, girl, sad. I feel like y'all was never for real in a relationship. I feel like y'all never really asked each other to be in a relationship. I feel like y'all was just cut buddies and it was a situationship and y'all just drew closer to each other. And that's just what it was. Like, I don't know. Right? It's sad. It's the SCX and that's it. Okay, so let's move on, child. Let's get to April and Jake. Whew, they've been together for 2 years. She's the one that's deciding to give him the ultimatum because she wants a baby and she wants a ring, right? April over there talking to him. They're having dinner or whatever. She's talking to him, complaining about him buying her a car. Like, why did you buy me a car? Girl, not you complaining about him buying you a car. He said, I bought you a car because I care about you, and the car that you had was a dud. Okay. So I was trying to look out for you and make sure you had one. And she was like, yeah, but it's the type of car that you got me. Like, I have a third row of seats or something like that, and I don't have a baby or anything to put in it. Like, ma'am, calm down. Scoot back. Scoot back. Calm down. He done already bought you a car. Now you want him to give you the world, I guess. Brace yourself. Y'all only been together for 2 years and he done sat up here and bought you a whole car. Where they at? Okay. Anyway, so she doesn't like that she doesn't like the fact that he's willing to commit to purchasing a car, but not willing to commit to putting a ring on her finger. I was like, ooh, well, I guess there's a car note on it, girl. I guess that mug on a good little car note that's probably gonna be out there for about 5, 6 years. I don't know how long your loan is, you know what I'm saying? But girl, I mean, I see what you're saying, honey. I understand where you're going. All right. Now she wants a family and he isn't ready for that yet because he wants to continue to travel. I believe he just recently got out the military, and I can understand his friction with that. He just got out the military, so I think that he has a certain idea in view of how he wants his relationship to go before he just settle down and does that. He wants to travel, he wants to explore, he wants to do certain things. But it seems like she disregards what he wants often, and it's more so about what Miss Girl wants. But it's interesting to hear her say that they actually almost eloped. I said, y'all almost eloped? I wonder what happened. What caused y'all to not go any further? Hopefully we'll find out, in later episodes or whatever, but that's what it's looking like for now. Okay, so let's move on. Who's the next couple? And the last couple we have is Lauren and Nate. So they've been dating each other for about 2 years. He's the one that decided to bring her on the show and give her the ultimatum, right? Because he wants kids, whereas she doesn't. Okay. She says that she doesn't want to think of having kids or even think of her relationship as like a sacrifice. I was like, oh, wow. Right. She says that she kind of feels weird when it comes to interacting with children. Therefore, she don't see herself having any anytime soon in the future. So that's not something that she wants, but it's definitely something that he wants wholeheartedly. Right. So those are the couples. All right. These are the couples, and everybody pretty much, about to be single now because date day is coming around. And with the date day, everybody has to go around. They have to mix. They have to mingle. They have to get to know each other, all of that, and find out who it is they feel that they connect better with and somebody that they actually would want to experience a 3-week process with prior to getting back to their mates. Okay. Now that's all in episode 1. That's pretty much what episode 1 gave us. Now we're about to switch over and we're about to get into episode 2. Right. Again, did I tell y'all I don't care for Madeline? Anyway, so Madeline is fully enjoying this process. She's not pressed about Colby at all. Meanwhile, Colby over there seeing her interact with other men and having conversations and laughing, not thinking about him, not pressed about him or anything. He goes to the bathroom. He over there crying. I said, not Colby over here getting emotional. It's just emotions. They can be over. Caught up in sorrow, lost in a song. I'm like, God, dog, Colby, get in the game. Get in the game, Colby. Colby over there in the bathroom crying, right? So when it came down to Alexis, I thought this was hilarious, honey. Y'all know Alexis is up here at the top. Let me get my finger right. Miss Alexis right here with the blonde hair up there in the top with the black on. Miss Alexis went over there trying to holler to him like, hey, what's up? Okay, what's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. Okay. She over there talking to him and wanting to know, like, would he be interested in experiencing this 3-week process with her? He's like, no, she can't take it because she's like, okay, well, why would you say no? He's like, I'm just not attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not into you like that. She over there feeling like it's BS and she not believing him, talking about that's BS or whatever like that. And I said, I don't know who you think you are, but you're not going to be gorgeous and attractive to everybody. It's just not going to happen. Okay. So I don't know why you think that he over there lying. That man was very honest with you. He was very blunt, actually. I was like, damn. I thought he was going to let her down a little more gently. She was like, yeah, I would, I just wanted to see how you felt about us living together. And he was like, no. She's like, why? And he's like, I'm not attracted to you at all, And I think she tried to have a conversation with him at a later time, wanting him to express why he's not interested. And it's like, because I'm not attracted to you. Like, I cannot sit up here and fake it. Like, that's just not something. You're not her. You're just not her. Okay. But at the same time, I'm sitting over here looking at Madeline like, really, Colby? Really, Colby? Girl, I guess, honey, whatever. Let's move on. So, Ray over there connecting with Jake, okay, and that's April's man right here. Okay, she over there connecting with Jake because they both have like an Italian background, some kind of way or whatever. So they're over there connecting with each other, having a great time by the pool. Meanwhile, you got Shanique, okay, over there connected with Ray's man Zay, and you could tell that they got some type of sexual chemistry or whatever going on over there. But high key, Miss Shanique just want to be with her man Randall. Period. Period. Okay. I feel like these people came on this show thinking it was just an ultimatum show, not knowing that it was going to be an ultimatum show with them dating other people. I think they probably thought they were going to come on this show and get some help to get their man or their woman to go along with the ultimatum that they're putting out there on the table. I don't think they really knew that this was going to be an all-out dating show where you get to experience another partner. Right? I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Right? So, anywho, we could see later on where Shanique not only makes the connection with Zay, but she also connects with Nate. All right, and that's Lauren's man. Nate seems like he was really trying to connect with her, talking about marriage and what would you want, what would marriage look like for you? What are some things you would want to do when it comes to the kids? What are some things you would absolutely want versus what you would absolutely not want? So they over there talking, and I'm not gonna lie, for a second, I was like, okay, I could see them interacting, you know what I'm saying? And I will be honest and say Nate strikes me as a person that does not date a woman of color at all, right? But to see how he was over there pressing up on my girl, Miss Shanique, I was like, I can see her picking him. I can see her picking him. I can see her picking him. Okay. So I also thought it was funny though that he turned around and ran that same game on April. So I feel like Nate was trying to get in where he was fitting in, but then honestly, that's what the process was. So he was really just trying to fill out everybody like everybody else was. Okay. So later on, we see where Colby and Lauren are starting to connect. Let me tell y'all something. Colby and Lauren look good together. First of all, Lauren is the prettiest white girl on the show, period. Okay. Her and Colby is the finest white boy on there too. So I was like, oh, you got the prettiest boy with the prettiest girl. Yes. Okay. And just her sitting up there talking to Colby, she kind of let her guard down. She was able to share things with him that she has not shared necessarily with Nate. Of course, she led with this whole thought of, no, I don't want any kids. I'm not trying to do that or anything. To, likely being open to it. But that just took Colby having more conversation with her and getting her to open up and talk more about things, right? Because, that's something Colby wants. Colby wants to be married. He also wants to have children. So there's that. He definitely made her feel much more comfortable. So I was excited to see the both of them hopefully make a connection and live together and see what that process is likely going to be. All right, so let's move on. So Lauren also speaks on not always opening up to Nate about how she feels at times because of how they kind of get into it. So she just gets to a place where she's just quiet. And it's crazy because Nate does strike me as a person that is like a prick, right? That doesn't really want to hear a whole lot of what it is that she has to say. Like, I don't know. Nate gives me the energy of I am the man, so I get to do X, Y, and Z, and you're the woman, and you can't really, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe it's but because he's the man, he feel like he got to be the most dominant person. There's something about Nate that I can't put my finger on. But yeah, so let's get to Randall. Randall is making a connection with Madeline. I am cringing. I hate to see it so much. You could tell from the way they look at each other and the way they talk, it's really just the SEX. She wants to come over here on this black man, and he wants to come over here on this white girl. Like, that's just what it's giving. Madeline is using this opportunity to F on somebody and get away with it. That's what she's doing. Their conversation went to SEX very quickly. I don't even think they really got to know much about each other, their backgrounds or nothing. It just went straight to how do you please your babe? Okay, what are some things you're willing to do and not willing to do? She's like, oh, it's not anything that I'm not willing to do to please you. You know what I'm saying? And he getting turned on like, oh yeah, I ain't seeing what you're saying. Actually, I want to come over there and sit closer to you. I said, you better not. Especially, it's really the dislike I have for Madeline is how she treats Colby. When Colby's that dude, he's that guy. And you sitting over here treating him like he lame and stuff. It's like, girl, cut it out. Like, that's why I'm like, I can't. Anyway, I also don't know if because I'm just like, the way she treats him like he's so lame. It's like, well, then why did you let him? You know what I'm saying? I guess you just don't want to be by yourself, girl. But anyway, let's get to the group meetup. Let's talk about that in episode 2. So everybody's sitting around, they're asking questions, they're having drinks and things like that. Question comes up to Ray, who's your first choice? It ends up being Jake, okay? Question comes up to Randall, who's your first choice? It ends up being Madeline, girl. April asks Colby if he can see them living together, and he tells her, now y'all mind y'all, Colby just turned down Miss Alexis. So April thought that she was gonna give it a try. Hey, Colby, so can you see us living together? He says, no. Okay, everybody kind of laughed like, oh, this is why I like Colby. Colby gonna keep it honest, he gonna keep it real. Okay, and indeed he did. He ain't out here to waste nobody's time. Right. So earlier, Alexis, as I told y'all, was turned down by Colby as well. And she really can't take the fact that he isn't physically attracted to her like at all. She's bothered by that. So she decides to go over to Hunter and cry to Hunter because she sees how other people are being more interested and drawn to Hunter and stuff. So she's getting upset because she ain't got no options. That's the reason she really over there crying. I feel like if she had a handsome man that was there that was really into her, she wouldn't give a bit more about what Hunter was over there doing. But because she ain't really got no options and nobody there to stroke that ego, now she want to run over there and cry to her man. I said, I guess, girl, I don't need to cry to a girl because you ain't a looker to everybody. Everybody not going to choose you, but it is what it is, girl. Cry to your man. All right. So there's that. What else? Jake and April. So Jake, this was so weird to me because Jake decided out of nowhere to start going off on April. And it made me think, although some of his argument was valid, it made me think, you know what, Jake, you really doing this high key so that y'all already kind of broke up, right? But it makes me feel like you're doing this so if you cross the line with Ray and you smash her, your girl can't say nothing because y'all was at odds and y'all was, on a break or whatever. Like that's what it was giving to me. Okay. Even though he had some valid points in what he had to say. I just didn't like the approach where she just said, hey, so how's it going? How's the date? He immediately went to 100 with this girl. So what else? So yeah, so I said he done got some balls about himself now that he done found him an option in Miss Ray. He asked April why is she an asshole to him all the time out of nowhere, and the girl just said, how's the dates going? Like what? He questions her out of nowhere. He says it's no, I said it seemed like he was trying to create an issue. He tells her that he understands that she has fertility issues. And I said, first of all, why are you gonna say that out so loud? Some women are very sensitive about that. And then you're gonna say that out loud on camera and in front of these people. Because the gag was, it seemed like, I don't know how true it was, but the way they was looking at the people, like the watchers, the other contestants, participants, the cast, it looks like everybody was standing over there getting a clear-eyed view to their argument. And I said, not you putting this lady business out here, girl. But anyway, he says, I understand you got fertility issues and you want to have kids now and you want this and that. But the problem is you always want. It's about what you want. And I don't really get what it is that I want. And when I try to express myself to you, you pretty much tell me to shut up. Like you don't want to hear what it is that I have to say. I feel like he was very valid in what he said. It was just the way that he handled the conversation. To me, when she didn't even come over there with that energy, it was like he just got upset. Maybe he was upset because he felt like somebody else gave him that energy without him asking, whereas with her, it was much different. But I guess, child. What else? So Shanique and Randall, right? She having a conversation with him about how she's connecting with other people, but the whole time she talking to him, all I see is this woman is so in love with this man. She is so in love with this man, okay? And I don't see nothing wrong with it. She said she felt like Zay and Randall were both vulnerable with her. I thought that was interesting because I don't really see Zay as a vulnerable guy. So I'm like, we must have missed something because I'm not getting that from him yet. But as I keep watching, we might see it. But if that's how you feel, I guess, girl, I guess they vulnerable. Anyway, so Randall spoke on using the excuse of money being an issue when Alexis asked him about it. And then he opened up and talked about how he felt like he was being pressured into marriage and he shouldn't have to feel that. But he also says that he doesn't know, if he wants to get married, but he does admit that he was using that as an excuse. And it's not so much as the money thing, it's him. And he's at a place where he don't know if he wants to get married. Next thing you know, Miss Shanique over here crying her damn eyes out because he don't know. So she hurt. Right? Mind you, after what's his name? Jake snapped out on April. April over here crying at a bar by herself. So Hunter goes over there to check on her, make sure she good, like you straight, you good, you got da. And in that moment, I think she saw something in Hunter where it's like, dang, he just listened to me, he supported me, whatever. That's the type of man that I need. And I'm like, okay, I guess the girl. Anyway. So we'll see how that's going to play out, because now we're about to get to the roundtable discussions where people get to make a decision, right? So Nate speaks on his connection with Shanique. Shanique also has a connection with Zay. So ultimately, Shanique decided that she was going to choose Zay. I said, "Oh, girl, I didn't see that coming." I saw her choosing Nate, but she didn't. Girl, Nate in the confessionals had me hollering. Okay, because Nate was just like, like, how? Like, are you serious? You chose him over me? Like, girl, that boy had me screaming. So she thinks that Zay is going to be a great husband and a great father. I said, oh, you think that? Okay, that's good. Zay also decided that he was going to choose Shanique as well. So they are going to experience their 3 weeks together. Ray, whole time they talking, Ray is sick. Ray is sick because, you know, she love her humping on some Zay, and she can't imagine no other woman, especially Shanique, humping on her Zay, right? So she decides that she was going to choose Jake, and Jake also chose her as well. They said some really nice, kind words about each other and chose each other, right? So April decided that she was going to do this speech about, because I think Nate tried to say that, no, before we get to that, April does a speech about Jake because April is dating Jake. So she tells Ray in so many words, like, this is a really good man. A part of who I am is because of him. Okay, so take it all in, because he's definitely going to treat you right. Okay, yeah, so now she's seeing all the little stuff she used to complain about. It might be a little difficult for her to find it, and somebody else is going to sit up here and buy you a car because you need it. Hello? So anyway, she's like, take it all in. She giving this whole speech talking about how much she loved him and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, you got Madeline over here lusting over Randall and deciding she gonna choose Randall, and Randall over here lusting over her too and choosing her. And she gave this speech about Randall as though Colby doesn't give off the same things that Randall does. He listens and he's this and he's that and he's kind-hearted. I'm like, so Colby ain't the same way? Girl, shut up. Anyway, and then Randall gonna get up there talking about, I think Madeline will make a perfect wife. I said, is all Shanique not gonna make a perfect wife? Like, girl, y'all don't cut this shit out. I can't. So anyway, Nate speaks on how he has no issues with Lauren, because he wanted to speak on the process again. He says, you know, ultimately, when I think about it, after him getting turned down, girl, talking about I really don't have an issue with my girl Lauren. The only big issue, which is the major deciding factor for me, is the fact that I want to have kids and she doesn't. But outside of that, I think that she'll be great. But he also goes to April and tells April, you know, I know that you want to be a mom, and I think that our values and things, you know, are pretty aligned. They align pretty closely, you know. So he's talking to her, trying to convince her to possibly choose him, somebody that he could room with. Girl, she stands up, which was so hilarious to me, because she turns around and spoke on how she liked Colby, how she liked Nate, but ultimately decided to choose on Hunter, baby. Say, I'm gonna choose Hunter at the end of the day. Then you get Hunter's girlfriend Alexis to stand up and do all this preaching and talk about how, listen, baby, I want to be with my man. I know I came on this process and stuff, and maybe my ego would have been stroked a bit better, girl, if somebody out here would have been choosing me, but ain't none of these motherfuckers out here choose me. And because of that, it lets me know that I need to just keep the man that I got, because this body's going to be the only man that do want me. All right, so that's where it is that I want to be, child. So I love this man. It took me forever to get this man a yes, and I'm finally here, ready to be with him. And I just need him to know, if he's not ready to be with me, then I'm leaving. I'm done, right? First of all, they put the camera on Hunter and gave us his age and said Hunter was 28. And I said, B.I.T., you're not going to play with me today and have me believing that Hunter is 28 years old. See, y'all love playing with the numbers. And I need y'all to stop playing with the motherfucking numbers, okay? Because Hunter is not no 28. But anyway, so she did this whole speech about Hunter, okay, and wanting to be with him. And then at the very end of the episode, Hunter decided that he was going to stand up, child, and let everybody know, you know what? Hey, I do have some things to say. Guys, I want to marry Alexis. Alexis just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? Like this, kind of, you know, slightly smiling, but I don't think that she was thinking he was dead serious, okay? I think it was just something that she was hearing. She didn't know what was about to follow with him saying what he said. Okay, so there's that, girl. Miss Alexis gave that spiel. And, you know, Hunter is a real softy when it comes to Alexis and them tears. And he didn't want to see her hurt no more. So he decided to let her and everybody know that he does want to marry her. Okay, now let me tell y'all, episode 3 is a trip. It's a trip, girl. I cackled the entire time. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this review on episode 1 and 2 of the Ultimatum. I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you're feeling about these couples, feeling about the episode, feeling about the roundtable discussion, who chose who. I want to hear all of you all's thoughts and comments down below. Okay, I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.